So today's December 31st, it's the last day of 2017, and if you've been on Instagram today, you've probably noticed people posting the top 9 photos of 2017. So I thought it would be interesting if I saw what my top 9 were and compared it to my personal favorites of 2017 and see what the differences are between them. So let's get going. I'm editing off of my laptop right now, and I made a new intro for the channel, but I don't have it on my laptop, so that'll be something new for 2018. Anyway, here's my top 9 photos based on, I guess, the amount of likes they got or something. I'm not really sure. So these are my top 9. Looking at the top 9 that I have here, there only seems to be one of them is one of my personal favorites. Some of them were actually taken in 2016 and I just posted it in 2017, and then some of them were taken by my friend. That's why I didn't include it. It is one of my favorite photos. It's just not my photo, so I didn't include it in that. So with the photos that I chose for my personal top 10 of 2017, it's photos that I took on my DSLRs, so I didn't include any shots that I took with my Spark or with my phone. I thought it'd be interesting if I talked about why I like them. The first one was taken when I was in Costa Rica, and that would have been in February. I really just like the soft colors of the sky in this photo and just the solid dark lines of the palm trees. Just really like the contrast between the dark palm trees and the softer, like almost pastel colors in the back. With the second one, it's not so much about what the image is, it's more of what was happening at that time. And for the image itself, I really like how you can see the turtle's reflection on the wet sand as it's going back into the ocean. And we actually got up at 4 a.m. this morning to go and watch these turtles come into the beach and lay their eggs, and it was really special to be able to witness that. The third photo, so I guess I kind of lied. I said I didn't include any photos taken from my phone, but this one snuck its way in there. I took this photo when I was actually shooting footage for a video contest that I was entering, My Canada. It was put on by Historic Canada or whatever it's called for Canada's 150th birthday. I'm pretty sure I took this around May, and I had to get my wetsuit on because the lake was too cold to just go in a regular bathing suit. Yeah, I threw on my wetsuit and my booties, and I got my little tripod that's holding my phone right now, so I can't show you. But I had this tripod, and it's basically the same setup I have right now that I'm recording this video with, which is the tripod, and then my phone is attached to the top. And I went out into the water, and I don't have anything to protect my phone. So if I dropped the tripod, or if, it just if it went under, that was it. My phone would have been done. And I got my girlfriend Kara to paddle the canoe. I just really liked how the light was looking on top of the water, so once I got the shots that I needed for the video, I switched it to take the photo, and it ended up being one of my favorite photos this year. The next photo, I took this when we were on our road trip this past summer when we were in Banff, and it was during the eclipse, and I didn't have any expectations of taking, I never thought that I'd be taking a photo of an eclipse. And after reading everything online, I was like, there's no way that I'm going to risk trying to take a photo of the eclipse. But then when it came down to it, well, we didn't even have those eclipse viewing glasses that they said that you need to look at it. These really nice people who were kind enough to lend me and my friends their glasses for a few moments so we could at least get a glimpse of it. And once I saw what it looked like through those glasses, I knew I had to take the picture. So I put my zoom lens on. Yeah, once I felt that it was focused enough, I pointed my camera at the sun, and I was really careful to not look through the viewfinder or anything, and I snapped the photo, and that's what I got. You can see that, it's not the full eclipse, but it's starting to. And I just love the way the clouds look around it too, and I was really happy and surprised with how this photo turned out, and I think this is probably going to be one of the best photos I've ever taken in my life, simply because of how lucky I was to get this shot. Tofino is one of my favorite places on earth, and to be able to get a picture that I feel depicts what it's like being there is really special to me. So this photo, it has, from what I can remember, this is pretty much what it looked like when you're looking at it in person. And I found that was really hard to do. You can't get all of the elements, or at least I wasn't able to, and it could be because I'm still learning, but I wasn't able to get, the mist and the sun and just the entire way that this place felt. I couldn't capture it in a photograph, and I was getting really frustrated with that. But then I got this one, and this is as close as I got to capturing that feeling, so it's really special to me because of that. The 7th photo was one that I took when we were coming back from Kara's parents, so we were heading back into Winnipeg, and I just liked how the sun was setting. The way I was going to take it was just like the road, like the empty road and the sunset. And then this car drove by, and I thought it looked really nice with it driving off into the sunset. And I think it adds more to the photo than if I had just left it as an empty road. 8th photo, I like this photo because of the ornament in it, and that's the center focus of this photo. But you can see the different lights around it, and you know, you can tell that it's Christmas time. I like it because of that, and I think that I was able to capture the way Christmas feels at my mom's in this photo. Photo was taken yesterday, actually. We drove down to Grand Marais, and this was along the way there, and Kara's mom pulled over on the side of the road, and I went down onto the beach, and I found this nice rock formation that was just covered in ice because the waves kept breaking on it. And I was standing there, and I was actually just trying to get a picture of the ice on these rocks. So I could tell this big wave was coming because all of the water just sucked back away from the rock. And so I stayed there and I kept shooting, and this was the last shot that I got before I stopped because I thought that I was going to end up getting splashed by the wave too. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think this is the last photo, I'm not sure anymore. Was taken in Grand Marais. I had just been outside. I didn't include this photo in the top 10, but I had just been outside shooting by the lake, and everything was just covered in ice. And Grand Marais actually had a wind chill warning yesterday, and I could just feel the wind going through my jacket and like all through my clothes, and I was just frozen. When I got back in the car after shooting the photo before I took this shot, I said I was done, and then Kara's mom pulled up and she was like, "Look at how this tree is covered in ice," and I was like, oh. So I knew I had to go back out and shoot it, so I ran back outside and I crouched, like I got in between the rocks. I really like how you can see, just like, you can still see the branch of the tree, and you can see how thick the ice is on it, and you can see the ice on top of the rocks. And the focus of the shot before this one was actually this little jut of land in the background, and I think it adds so much more that I have the ice-covered tree and rocks in front. It makes for a much more interesting photo, and I really like the color of the water. And just the last photo I've included was taken on our way back from Grand Marais. Like, I can connect my phone to my camera with Wi-Fi, so I can do more long exposure shots that way without touching the camera. And I've been really trying to get more photos of the stars and stuff. Or like that cliff was there, and we were at this lookout, so I set up the camera, and I was going to include the cliff and the stars in a bit of the road. I could hear this car coming, so I decided to wait until it got closer, and I waited until it was just about in line with my camera before shooting the photo. And I was really happy with how you could see like the tail lights from the car in it, and you can see the stars, and so I'm just really proud of this photo. I definitely still have a lot to learn when it comes to night photography and long exposure shots, but yeah, I was really happy with it. So I'm excited to see what type of photos I'll be getting in 2018 and where I'll be going. Or if you like this video, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be trying to put out new videos every week coming 2018. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll include the link down below. And thanks for watching. I hope you all have a safe and fun New Year's Eve.